that we're live on YouTube.
Yeah, I don't see it. Uh-oh. I don't know if we broke it. Did we break the internet?
Here we go.
Did it
Now it
start?
says we're going.
Wow, that was way late. Okay. Back to the rundown.
Oh, good. So
That's
that
good
30
though.
seconds was dumb. But you can skip
Um,
right over the past 30 seconds next time you watch this.
I might cry, Frank, because Steve Martin says he's going to retire. Um,
What?
Roe v. Wade rears its ugly head in this Facebook case. This is screwed up. We'll talk about it. Gabby Petito back in the news. Her family is suing for wrongful death. We didn't get to this last episode. We'll get to it this episode. Promises. Why is the sun round?
I
You
hate
thought
you.
about this?
No, nobody has.
We'll discuss. Kind of important. Had a moment today, and now it's a thing, and away we go.
Why is the sun round, really?
Well, that's a topic. It's an important thing we need to discuss because I had a moment today, and now I have questions, and we
Now,
will all share in my.
is this like a news story, or is this just something you came up with?
No, it's in a question. It's one of those it's an Anthony oversight question.
All right.
Just don't think we put enough attention into it.
I think it gets enough attention.
Big dog in the house, New York City, deposition, Attorney General James questioning Trump on the it's so weird. There's so much happening with this guy. Things getting raided, January 6th, deposition, right? And it's
those
all
are three
different
separate things.
Three completely separate things.
Yeah.
And he was in New York today for the deposition, and he pled the fifth. And
TD freelancer. Nailed
rode that bad boy out for the rest of the thing. Just kept responding, same answer to basically every single question.
If you're innocent, why plead the fifth? The mob pleads the fifth. Why would you plead the fifth if you're innocent? You got nothing to hide.
Right. Well, so now that's what everybody is basically saying, that at a stump speech, I guess, back in 2016, President Trump was discussing Clinton and the Clinton people and the server and the missing emails and all that jazz. And he said, why would they plead the fifth? Only mob people plead the fifth.
Here he is, pleading the fifth, right on schedule. I mean, anything Trump ever says, you can almost guarantee he'll do the opposite.
Now, here's people taking the Fifth Amendment. 4 people plus the guy who illegally did the server. You know, he put in the illegal server. So there are 5 people taking the Fifth Amendment, like you see on the mob, right? You see the mob takes the Fifth. If you're innocent, why are you taking the Fifth Amendment?
See, this is why you can't talk a lot of this is what happens when you talk a lot. I mean, the guy's great at talking a lot of shit, but eventually these things are going to come back to bite you in the ass.
They almost immediately do. This one took a little longer, but pretty much most of the stuff he says, you could find the exact opposite, him doing the exact opposite or contradicting himself, and it's ridiculous. Like, it's fine, you know. Someone in the chat, Willie Prophet, says Democrats plead the fifth all the time. No one says that you can't plead the fifth, except he does. Donald Trump said, "You plead the fifth, you're guilty. Only guilty people plead the fifth." And here he is, 5-6 years later.
Played the fifth. Oh, did we lose you? We lost Frankie C, I think. Letitia James got him, perhaps. I don't know what happened. All right, we'll wait for Frankie C to come back. That's a hell of a. He never freezes on like a good a beautiful like. It's always slightly embarrassing. All right, we'll see if we can get Frankie C back in the house. Am I still in the house? Let me know in the live chat if we're good and you guys can still see me. I believe so. I think we're okay. Well, anyway, let's run through it here. Trump declined to answer any questions of the Attorney General. He says that she lost all moral and ethical bounds of decency. Letitia James said investigators had uncovered evidence that the Trump organization overstated asset values to get favorable loans and understated the values for tax breaks. The Trumps, of course, have denied all wrongdoing. In a social media post today, a social media post yesterday, Trump called the probe a witch hunt while he accused James of being racist. Today, the former president suggested FBI agents may have been planting evidence during the raid of Mar-a-Lago. Epstein tie-in, by the way, coming up. We'll get into that. We got to do the deposition stuff first. Obviously, it takes a little bit more precedent. Yeah, and listen, okay, here's the thing about Trump. It's not entirely unfounded. Like, Letitia James, stupidly, is on the hook for criticizing him openly for years and years and years. So then when he goes, well, how fair is this going to be? She's got a political, gain against me. He's not wrong, right?
Okay, but and which we're talking about the New York thing, right?
Yes.
Okay, not the Mar-a-Lago and not the January 2nd.
See, and the thing is, and again, this goes back to my, what I just said about him holds true for her. Just shut up. You don't have to run your mouth all the time. You pass opinions and you put yourself on one side of things, and then you go to investigate somebody, and then you have you have
a conflict.
You have a conflict, exactly. Which is why, by the way, much to the chagrin and where Trump, I have a great Trump theory. Hang tight for that as well.
Oh boy, can't wait.
But it's why the FBI is taking it in the face right now, is because they do not comment on ongoing investigations. So he's using that to his advantage right now. But this is why the FBI doesn't say shit, so that they can freely investigate anybody that they need to.
And not to mention the fact that Trump appointed the guy who is running this whole thing, running the FBI, is a Trump appointed person. So whenever anybody goes, oh, the Democrats are coming to get him, it's like, well, the guy leading the whole thing was appointed by Trump. So I don't know how much further away from a Democrat you can be. This is his guy, and they let a raid on his house.
Well, allegedly, unless he's a rhino.
Whatever. I can't. Nothing's real anymore. I can't anymore. So, I mean, it's not even like, it's very simple though. He took, and it's proven, he's taken home confidential papers and documents and stuff. Classified documents. You can't do that. And he criticized Hillary for doing the same thing with the servers. And then in 2018, he signed into law that making the punishment harsher or something like that, or the very thing that he just did. He took home. He's an ordinary citizen with classified documents that he got from the White House. That's why they raided his place. I mean, you don't do that. I mean, that's very simple. And there's people on Twitter, all these Republicans in Congress, oh, Trump did nothing wrong, and look how they're treating him. If they could do this to him, they could do this to anybody. Yeah, if you steal classified documents, they're gonna come and get him. They can do that. That's their business.
My theory. You ready for my theory?
I don't know if we are, but go ahead.
This is all orchestrated by Trump, and everybody's playing into his hands. I think this is all 1,000% intentional.
He's not that smart.
I think he is. I think he knows how to play the media, and I believe that this is 1,000% intentional by Donald Trump. And here's why: he takes these classified documents, right?
Yeah.
Then they go, "Hey, you got to return the classified documents," and he goes, I think he sits there and he goes, well, I can just give them back, or we can let the FBI come and fucking take them. And
so
then
you think he left the White House knowing one day in the future they were going to raid his house?
No.
What?
No, but I think that I don't think that was the plan. That's crazy. That's too far back. You're going too far back. Stick with, he gets a fucking phone call and they're like, hey, we're missing a bunch of things from the archives, right? And where are they? And or we got a tip that they're at Mar-a-Lago. Are they? And he goes, I don't know. I mean, because it's such a simple thing to just return them. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way he's got. This isn't damning evidence. This isn't like cover-up stuff. I think it's just.
Well, it's classified documents. Who the hell knows what it is?
I mean, true, but it's whatever it is. I think he could have easily just been like, okay, give it back to them. Like, it's
Yeah,
documents.
he could have done that, but he didn't. And I don't see how anybody on like if anybody was on the fence about him, how could anybody look at this situation and go, well, Trump obviously did nothing wrong, and they're just playing him out to be a criminal. And well, he committed a crime. Oh, I hate you.
Wrong, because I think he looks at this and he goes, well, if they're going to come here and raid Mar-a-Lago, let them, because I will turn it around and make it look like, here we go, big government prosecuting Trump once again. And that is exactly, he's playing the hits. That's fucking satisfaction, Frank. That is do fucking 10th Avenue freeze out. He is playing the hits to his audience.
Right. You could do that. However, the big thing that he can't get around is the fact that he committed the crime. It's not like they raided his house for no reason. There's a huge reason.
It's an alleged crime.
Alleged. They have proof that he took the at least 15 boxes of classified boxes of information.
Can I drop some breaking news on you?
Can I handle it?
I don't know.
Okay.
Eric Trump says that they have footage of the FBI in Mar-a-Lago.
Okay. What does that mean?
That's all he said.
Great.
Stop pushing me around here. Wait, let me get to it.
Didn't Eric Trump, he was just on Fox, I'm sure, saying something incriminating. I can't remember what it was, but of course it was Eric Trump who said it. Go ahead. You play what you got, and I'll
Eric Trump said that security cameras at Mar-a-Lago remained on as the FBI executed a search warrant at Donald Trump's current residence. Cameras were left on despite a request by federal agents for Mar-a-Lago staff to turn them off. Eric Trump said 30 agents arrived to carry out the search. They told our lawyer, you have to leave the property right now. Turn off all security cameras. Security footage coverage on Monday raid showed the FBI agents in places they shouldn't have been, he added. Eric Trump also alleged that President Joe Biden knew about the plans for the raid before it took place, though administration officials say the White House learned of the raid from public reports.
Yeah, the White House typically has nothing to do with the Department of Justice, the FBI, anything like that. You're supposed to distance yourself. And that's the thing that Eric Trump said. He was on, I think, Fox or whatever the hell thing he was on, and he said, "Oh, I have inside now. When I was there at the White House, I know that he could do this kind of thing." And it's like, no, maybe your father did this kind of thing, but the president isn't supposed to have any kind of say or control over the Department of Justice. So that's the thing. I'm pretty sure Eric Trump was saying that his father. I can't find the clip.
Look at our friends here, Timothy. Trump is more like a Boy Scout, not a criminal. I don't know what FF says. Here's Kevin. Whoops. Here's Kevin. FBI are panty sniffers. He is playing the hits to his people.
How are they buying it? It's just
now he's got people going, look at the FBI and how unfair they are. Look at this fucking witch hunt they're doing.
How is it unfair?
I'm telling you, he orchestrated the whole thing.
He could get up there. That's the thing. He can get up there and say whatever he wants. Doesn't make it true. He gets up there and says, "Oh, the FBI is coming after me, and it's a witch hunt." But when you commit a crime, the FBI can come after you. It's not like it's out of nowhere. They didn't plant 15 boxes of classified information. It was public knowledge that he had this stuff, and they went and they fucking got it. Turn the cameras off because we're the FBI and we're taking classified information out of here.
Here's the thing. If they have video footage of the FBI going where they were not permitted to go in a search warrant, things are going to get very sticky very fast. Because now he's going to have the ammunition he needs to fucking rile up his troops.
Well, I got news for you. Eric Trump, knowing where the FBI can and can't go, I really doubt he knows what he's talking about. Eric Trump is not the sharpest Trump in that family, notoriously. So I'm sorry, but he's an ordinary citizen now with classified documents. He's not the president anymore. You have that, you get raided by the FBI. That's what it is.
Again, and I said this on the last episode when the news broke that they were being raided. Because now there's all sorts of well, we know the judge who gave the okay, but who on the Department of Justice / FBI side, really the FBI, who is the one who, made this happen? Because I have a hard time believing that a local Florida FBI office could execute a warrant against a former president of the United States of America.
He's a citizen. Doesn't matter who it is.
I know that, but again, optically, that is a big thing. I would have a hard time if the Department of Justice or the FBI didn't make a call over to the White House, or didn't throw it around the intelligence community that, hey, this is going to happen, because we need to get this information back.
Yeah, well, you can't be surprised about that when you're holding this stuff for months and you don't give it back. They will come get it. I think giving him the time that they gave him. It's been over, almost 2 years now.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I think he did this intentionally. I think he thought.
No, I think them giving him almost 2 years is. I'm sorry, more than 2 years. What am I saying? More than 2 years. It's been 2.5 years. Giving him that much time is them being nice to him because he's an ex-president. I think anybody else has 15 boxes of classified documents from the White House. As soon as they know that, they're going to get it. The fact that they gave him 2.5 years is like the nicest they could be, in my opinion. Why they waited that long, I don't know.
I don't know, but I have a hard time believing that they didn't give him a fucking heads up. Like, hey, we're coming on, we're coming on Monday, everybody.
Well, if you're raiding a criminal, you don't give the people you're raiding a chance to move shit.
Yeah.
If you want to get the documents, what if he held a box back?
What are these? That's the thing, though. Like, here's the problem.
We don't know.
I know they're classified, but I mean, they could be a lot of things could be classified that are basically useless. And now you look like an asshole for going in there for nothing.
Well, maybe it's not useless. I mean, yeah. Robin in the chat says, if Biden steals shit when he leaves office, send in the feds. Absolutely. If Obama did the same thing, he's got boxes of classified, the FBI has a right to come get it. Sorry.
Don't get me started on Obama. He stole a poor American citizen's birth certificate. Am I right?
All right, you're an ass. I can't.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man.
I'm sorry, but there's absolute justification for this, and everybody crying. Oh, how could they do this? This is unprecedented. This is unbelievable. If they could do, the best line is, if they could do this to him, they could do this to anybody.
Yeah.
That's the point. Nobody is above the law. So yes, if they could do this to him, they could do it to anybody. That's the point. If you have classified information, they can do this to you.
Let me throw this by you. The Democrats are so desperate to see this guy behind bars that they're failing to see the bigger picture, that everything that is happening right now is only charging up his base further as he pretty much is getting ready to announce his run for 2024. By the way,
charge him up all you want.
A senator or a congressperson that said that he was with him the other night and said that the announcement is imminent.
Great. Charge him up, charge the base up all you want. He can't run if he's under investigation or in jail or whatever the hell. Sorry, but if you're a criminal, you are going to be gone after like a criminal. That's what it is. The guy does it's 2 years now he had to give up those documents and he didn't budge. So we're coming to get him. It's as simple as that.
Well, what do you make of the deposition? Everybody's like, here he goes. He's going to get deposed. He's going to get deposed. He goes there and doesn't say shit for, I don't know, 3-4 hours, however long it was.
I'm not 100% clear on what that on that the workings of that part of it, the New York stuff. I'm not sure what exactly that case entails, so I'm not sure what he's pleading the fifth on exactly. But my only thing with that is he claims his own words are only criminals plead the fifth. It's not my words; that's his words. And there he goes, up and down, pleading the fifth. How many times? I mean,
he put out a 2-page statement like moments after he left. So obviously it was clearly
it's like a novel for him.
It was written beforehand. Do you want to hear some of it?
Sure.
Attorney General Letitia James openly campaigned on the policy of get and destroy Trump. This political attack on me, my family, and my great company is her despicable attempt to fulfill that cynical and very corrupt promise. James developed a political platform and made a career out of maliciously attacking me and my business before she was even elected or reviewed one of the millions of pages of documents we willingly produced. She proclaimed, quote, I look forward to going into the office of Attorney General every day, suing him, and then going home, end quote. She announced, what is fueling my soul right now is Trump, and that she had her, quote, eyes on Trump Tower, end quote. She even assured her supporters in an election promise that, quote, we're going to definitely sue him. We're going to be a real pain in the ass. He's going to know my name personally, end quote. And she claimed I was an illegitimate president. In her attorney general victory speech, she promised to, quote, shine a bright light into every dark corner of Trump's real estate holdings, end quote. Shortly after, she vowed to use every area of the law to investigate President Trump and his business transactions and that of his family as well, end quote. Letitia James is a failed politician who has intentionally colluded with others to carry out this phony years. I love his choice of words. There's no mistake. This was crafted with intention. He used that word intentionally.
Yeah, I don't know if it was crafted, but it was definitely it's the same. Everybody's out to get me. Wah, wah. Well, when you do bad shit, yeah, the people they're gonna come out to get you. That's the point. You can't just keep doing it and claiming, "Oh, I'm a victim. I'm a victim." Well, when you're doing these things and the law comes after you, you're no longer the victim. If you've done them, you're not the victim. You're the criminal. So that's what it is. He just keeps going to the same "woe is me" playbook. Look how they're treating your favorite president. It's like, no, when you do stuff like this, there are consequences. So you have zero sympathy from me. Not that that you were going to get anyway. But if there was something, if he was doing if this was wrong in any way, I'd point it out. I'd say, oh, this is wrong. They have no case here. Why would they do this? I would be the first. I'd tell you, no, this is wrong. Why they even? There's no justification for this. I would say it, but there is. He has these classified documents. That's it. It's literally, this case can be explained in one sentence. Trump has classified documents, and we needed to get him back.
Yeah, but he's pissed all over this stuff. Do you know that when if a president jots down a note on a Post-it, that belongs to the people of the United States of America? That is not his.
Okay.
And any note or anything that he takes down or jots down or writes or whatever belongs to the people of America, and it's not his. And he was throwing those things out constantly.
Yeah, he's throwing them in the toilet. He's ripping them up and throwing them in the toilet.
In fact, wasn't he complaining at one point that the pressures, the toilet pressure in the White House sucked?
Because when you're jamming, stacks of loose leaf down there, that's what's going to happen.
Because you got the Encyclopedia Britannica in the fucking toilet tank. That's why.
I can't do it.
Hold on. Kathy would like to know if you could give us a breakdown of what Trump has done so wrong. Go ahead.
A breakdown? Why? You want me to go over his whole presidency? I'm not going to do that, but I can tell you.
Just give us the elevator pitch.
What he's done wrong to justify this raid on his house is holding on to these documents, classified information that they repeatedly asked for back, and they haven't gotten it in 2.5 years. So, same thing. If any of us had 15 boxes, if you had one box, if you had one document in your hand that was classified that you took out of the White House, you're going to get a visit from the FBI. That's just the way it goes. When you're a citizen and you have no access to that stuff anymore,
Are
It's
you talking
over.
about me? Because I took that one thing on our class trip in 5th grade from the White House.
That was a souvenir. That's fine.
And now I feel like you're talking directly to me.
You know what's weird? We went to Washington D.C. in 8th grade, or 7th grade, whatever it was, and we never saw We never went into the White House. We never did a tour of the White House. We did every other place, and we didn't go to the White House.
I don't think we were actually in Washington D.C. to be honest with you.
It was like a Truman Show type thing. They just we all passed out on the bus. We woke up and there were like cardboard cutouts of all the monuments.
Basically, what's funny about that trip? You ever remember a bad joke? I've remembered a joke from that trip, and it's never left me, and I still think it's hysterical to this day.
Who told the joke?
The guy, not the bus driver, but the bus driver's helper. I don't know what they call them, whatever they're called. He was like we went, I forget, during the week. And
Sorry,
he came around,
beat my drum. 1.5 years, not 2.5 years. I got
getting a little crazy.
I got mixed up with the math. 1.5 years.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right.
From the time he left the White House to now, 1.5 years.
But he picked up a garbage can on the bus and he goes, "Lucky for you guys, garbage collection's on Tuesdays." And he came around with the garbage pail. And I still fucking think about that guy saying that joke to this day.
I couldn't tell you. I never heard. If you would have said, "Where did we hear this joke?" I would have said, "I never heard that joke in my life."
Yeah, I remember him saying it, and he said it so bad. He was like, "Lucky for you guys, garbage pickup is Tuesday," and it was Tuesday, and I was like, "That's hysterical. That's a fucking solid."
And off and running was your career comedy.
That thing, not like it's inspiring, but him saying it, it's in the old highlight reel for whatever reason. It never left my head.
The only thing, the very little stuff I remember from that trip, because it was so long ago, but I remember the what's it called? The reflecting pool in front of the Washington Monument.
Yeah.
Emptied. I remember when we were there was no water in it. So we
were all very disappointed by that. Yes.
I wasn't. We got to stand in it. That was pretty cool.
That was the first time I thought America's a bullshit lie when I got there and the reflecting pool was empty.
It was weird. I wonder how they filled it. Did they just wait for it to rain or did they fill that up?
I think so. It's just it's a crapshoot.
Okay.
It's a complete and total crapshoot on whether or not it's filled up or not. No, but I remember giving a speech in front of the reflecting pool, and this guy pulled the.
You're an ass.
Oh wait, no, that was Forrest Gump.
And then your girlfriend runs through the water.
All right, Epstein's linked to all of this, but first, our good pals over at Jumpstart Coffee Company. We wouldn't be able to do any of this without them. I believe they've got a new flavor in development. Just heard a little thing from their people. New blend.
Can we release what it is?
Nope. Maybe. I don't know. I read the email at like 1:00 in the morning when I was half asleep, and I just was like, keep as new, because I was like, I have to read this again tomorrow, and then I forgot to read it today. So
that's honest of you.
Sorry, Chris. But I will get to your email, buddy. I love you, pal. But yes, I'm excited about that. I'm excited about Jumpstart Coffee Company. I think they're the best coffee on the planet. Whether you're a Democrat, Republican, we all have American taste buds, Frank, is what's important. And our American taste buds love coffee that not only tastes great, but helps support the Navy SEAL Foundation, because Navy SEALs get rid of bad people for us. And that's what we love in America.
Paul has a good idea.
What's that?
If you could see it.
Should we send Trump some Jumpstart coffee? Because I think that's a fine idea.
Sure, if you want.
Oh, I think you as a Jumpstart coffee bag for Halloween would be lovely.
It might get a little hot in the bag, but I'm willing to give it a shot.
It's hot in my bag right now, so why should you be any different?
God, that's disgusting.
Taste of freedom. That's right.
Yeah, baby.
That's why that coffee is so delicious. It tastes like freedom. And like I said, 50% of what Jumpstart makes goes over to the Navy SEAL Foundation. So grab a bag today. Medium blend, dark roast, decaf, half calf, whatever you are, whatever
calf,
kind of coffee, espresso blend, whichever is your bag.
Captain America.
Grab some right now. And let me say this too: if you haven't grabbed a Jumpstart in a while, time to grab another bag, baby. Those Navy SEALs still need your help as they assimilate back into regular life. So, if you can, grab some Jumpstart coffee today. Link in the description below. Use that promo code AOA 15 to save 15% doesn't affect what they donate to the Navy SEAL Foundation.
It's a beautiful thing. Every time you buy a bag, you're making a donation to a charity, which is wonderful.
Yeah, and an angel gets its wings. Also, I don't know if we've talked
So
about that a lot. But...
that's we can't rule that out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We can neither confirm nor deny.
Yeah. By the way, Frankie C, 3-year anniversary today of when we woke up to the news that Epstein hung himself.
Do we say happy Epstein Day or merry? I can't remember.
I think we say happy pedophilia death day is, I think, the thing. I think that's
bad.
What you should say.
Yeah. There's not many cards in Hallmark. There should be, but they're not that many cards.
That would be lovely. I would love an Epstein card to send out to people.
We need a good August holiday. I don't know if we have any. I'm trying to think if there are any holidays in August. I don't think there are.
No, I feel like the whole month is a holiday for people, though.
That's kind of true.
Yeah.
We need a good federal holiday in the middle of August.
You know what's been driving me crazy? I watched this 5-Year Engagement. You ever see that movie?
No.
It's a great movie. Great movie. Great. It's
Okay.
with, who's the guy? He's like the second Seth Rogen guy. And then he became his own Jason Segel.
Okay.
Him and John Krasinski's wife, the British girl.
Emily Blunt.
Emily Blunt, thank you. There's one scene where she's with a college professor, and he's like laying out the next couple of years. And there's one, he goes, we'll take summers off. We'll spend the summers in my family's cabin in the Alps or some shit. He goes, and then we'll go off on sabbatical for a year, and then we'll return to our studies. And that's been driving me crazy because I'm like, do they give professors a year off? Like, do they get to go on a fucking year vacation? Do I not know about this? What's happening?
I don't know what that is, but there are some jobs out there where if you take, like, there are sabbaticals or I forget the other word, but as long as you do something with that time.
What? Better yourself? Is it one of those bullshit things?
Yeah, as long as you do something productive. You can't just, make it the summer of George with a giant wheel of cheese. You have to, like, travel or write or read a book or, do something constructive.
This is good from Isla Few. Epstein went to live on a new island day. That's pretty good. Okay. I like that. It's a good card. Isla, we're going to suggest you for the Hallmark Epstein division. So get that resume ready. Yes, these are real things. I can't believe this. I always knew the term sabbatical.
Yeah.
You dive into your studies. What a sack of shit.
Furlough? Furlough is the word I was thinking.
That's when you get let go.
No, it's like forced time off. You have, I don't know if you get paid for that, but you go, it's like a week off and you come back and your job's still there, but it's like you have to take furlough is like a forced. Yeah. You're off from your job right now.
Yeah. I can't believe what. You can't have a job. You can't. I mean, how could you justify being a profession if you could leave for a year and it's fine?
Well, I bet if we left this for a year and came back, I think people would notice, but it wouldn't be any, serious. We wouldn't be fired.
We can possibly fire ourselves. Last I checked, I don't know.
Right.
I don't have the contract in front of me though.
Furlough is definitely different from sabbatical. That was the word that I couldn't think of though.
You're all frazzled. It was a big win for Trump today, and it's not easy for you to take. So I get it. I understand.
Getting raided by the FBI, huge win. Huge. Best raid I've ever seen. They say we have the best raids in the FBI. I have the best raids at Mar-a-Lago.
It's weird though. 3 years since Epstein. August 10, 2019 is when they found him, and it's like 3 years later. Okay, progress. Fucking Ghislaine's behind bars, but again. The logs have been leaked. Obviously, we talked about it ad nauseum. We can go back to all the episodes, but feels kind of weird that, like, I feel like now that Ghislaine's gone, everybody went, okay, got it, done.
Right.
Like, there's still so much work to be done, and it just feels like nobody's really gonna do it now because they got the big fish, and that's kind of it.
I mean, they got the big fish, but they got stuff during that investigation that they can go after some of the little fish. Whether or not they are, they're not going to tell us.
I mean,
They might
Gates,
not tell us. I don't
Clinton, that's the ones they got to start fucking going after. The people that have been there fucking over 20 times, or numerous times, and nothing.
know. I know.
Feels weird.
It's,
Okay, so here's the link. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Here's the link. The judge who approved and signed the warrant to raid Mar-a-Lago at one point represented Jeffrey Epstein's employees. You can't make this up.
He was a lawyer for that.
He was a lawyer then. Now he's a judge. He's the one who signed off on the warrant to allow the FBI to raid. First time I think ever to have the FBI raid a former president's residence. It was
president's
signed,
residence.
It was what?
Sorry, every time I hear someone say president's residence, it's kind of funny.
Well, he's a former president.
I'm just pointing out the rhyme.
Oh, president's residence.
Yeah,
president residence. Got it. Judge Bruce Reinhart approved the warrant in South Florida, and he spent 10 years in a private practice, becoming a magistrate judge in 2018, according to Bloomberg. And this was reported by the Miami Herald, he defended Epstein's pilots, his scheduler, former girlfriend, Sarah Kellen, who we've talked about a bunch, and a woman named Nadia Marcinkova, who, again, Nadia and Sarah are those gray area people that it's like, are they victims? Are they, ringleaders? We kind of really don't know. They were all kind of in it and a part of it, and who was abused, who was just bringing people in to be abused. Maybe they were both. I don't know. Allegedly, don't sue me. But that's those two. Certainly the pilots, they would probably be able to answer a lot of questions, and this guy defended them, and now he's the guy who signs off on the fucking note to go raid Mar-a-Lago.
Read Paige's quote there in the chat.
I will not.
Okay.
Wait, I gotta catch it. Where is it? Here we go.
You go.
Trump appointed the judge, and
Ray.
Ray.
I don't know Ray. The head of the FBI.
Yeah.
So these are Trump appointed people that turned around and said, raid him. Go get the shit.
And I'm not sure. Paige, are you 100% sure on that?
I don't know about the judge, but definitely the head of the FBI.
The FBI, yes. Yeah.
All right. Has anybody checked in on Jane? Because this is the second thing that's looked like this. Jane, let us know if you're okay.
Is Jane having a stroke?
I don't know what's going on, but hopefully Jane is all right.
No. I'm with Jane. I'm 9990999 ions too.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're all feeling that way.
All right, don't you think that that's weird?
It's weird. I mean, it's Florida, and I guess that's the closest.
It's a great take.
No. It's Florida, meaning
like it's all weird down there.
I didn't even.
I'm saying that's funny. That's really funny.
No. I'm saying it's Florida, meaning it's probably the closest. Didn't he have a house down there?
Yeah, West Palm
Epstein?
Beach.
Right.
Yeah. Right where Mar-a-Lago was.
Right. So chances of him getting the same judge for that, it's probably, I don't know how many judges there are in Florida, but
6.
6?
Maybe 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I don't know if it's a small world down there or.
I thought you were saying for Wisconsin it would be weird. For Florida, yeah, about right.
A lot of weird stuff in Florida, but I'm just saying, his Mar-a-Lago's in Florida. Epstein's house is in Florida. Chances of you getting the same judge or whatever, same people involved in some way, might not be totally out there. But I see what you mean. It is a weird connection.
I do wish I was in Florida. Oh, look who's here. Jay Sabs. What up, kid?
Off this by now. Okay, good.
We're on to Armie Hammer. This is fucking disturbing.
Hey, wait.
20 minutes. Go ahead.
Is your mic plugged in? Because we can barely hear you.
Bring it closer. Yeah, it's in.
That's what she said.
Okay.
There
it is it in? Things I ask my husband.
Oh boy.
Just kidding. My boyfriend. Just kidding. Someone, our friend's dad. That's a definitely just kidding because I would definitely know if it's in. Go ahead.
Oh my goodness. Jeez,
like
all
when
I
you-
asked was if your mic was plugged in, and we went down this journey.
I like when you call your husband your roommate. That's my favorite bit.
Oh,
Why?
Paige can confirm per Newsweek, by the way.
What? That he appointed the judge?
Apparently. We haven't
Okay.
seen the article ourselves, but Paige is saying that.
I trust
he pointed-
Paige.
Yeah.
I also think that he was just signing people in, like, just give me the stack of Republicans we could make judges, and I'll just fucking sit here and hammer
Oh,
it
yeah.
out.
You think he did his research on the judges?
No, I don't think any president does their research on shit like that.
Yeah, probably not.
They just go line up the people from my party, and we'll get them all in.
I would pick it like, you're picking a horse at the. Which name sounds the best? I don't know.
Okay, so Discovery Plus, they dropped the trailer today, just moments ago, for the Armie Hammer documentary. We all remember the weird things about Armie Hammer talking about eating women and all that kind of weird, crazy.
Yeah, some weird
What's this?
stuff.
Okay, I watched the trailer. There's a link to the trailer in the description below. Kind of blew my mind for a few reasons. One, some of the things that the girls say in here are things that we hadn't necessarily heard before.
Ooh.
Yeah, here's one of them. You want
Give
to
us-
hear this?
Yeah, give us the rundown of this
Let me play this clip.
of this trailer.
This is a girl reading a text message that Armie Hammer sent to her.
I have a fantasy about having someone prove their love and devotion and tying them up in a public place at night and making their body for use and seeing if they will strangers for me.
Okay,
I
now
like
that.
this.
That is the craziest fantasy I have ever heard.
Wait.
I want
Wait.
somebody to prove their love and devotion to me, and then I'm going to tie them up in a public place and see if they'll bang other people
Yes.
for me.
Yep.
How was that proving love for him?
Hold on. Paige, Armie is hot but sick as hell. I have to look at him. Hold on a minute.
Yeah, go take a look at him.
Hold on.
No, he's a handsome guy, but I mean, that's, by the way, tip of the iceberg. There's so much more to this.
I can't. I mean, I guess it's one of those do as I say kind of fantasies. Like I'm in charge, so go.
Oh, he could get it.
Yeah,
He
but he'd
could-
bite it.
I don't care.
He'd bite it and eat it.
He could get. Oh, he could eat it.
Well, you know what I mean. Okay.
He's only 35.
I don't know.
Even better. For some reason, I was like, I know him. I just didn't know his name, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for people who don't know and you're not watching, he was in the Facebook movie. He played the twins, the Winklevoss twins.
Oh,
That's right.
That was his big breakout role.
Now
He could.
he's selling timeshares.
I don't know what he's doing now, but I mean, here's another text messages, three
Ooh,
that he
see if
sent
I
to
like
one
this
girl.
better.
You are mine. You hear me? I own you. I'll own you forever. He sent another text message. I decide when you eat, when you sleep, and and it's bleeped out. Oh, come.
Okay. Yep. Okay. Okay. Yep. 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 Yep.
Jeez.
I like him.
Oh
I
my
like him.
god.
They have a handwritten note from him, one of the girls, that says, I'm going to bite the fuck out of you.
All right.
Come on,
I think,
Janine.
I think Janine's like.
I
that
know
close.
you're broken, but this guy, this,
Frank's like, Janine is gonna no.
Janine's on her way.
I'll be back in 1 minute, guys.
okay, but here's, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, here's what's strange, right? So we all heard the rumors that he's part of that Armie Hammer is part of the Armie Hammer family.
Oh.
Towards the end of this 3.5 minute trailer, Armie Hammer's aunt, I believe her name is Casey Hammer, sits there and goes, by the way, it's not just Armie, it's his entire fucking family. And goes through the do you want to hear this part? Goes
what do you-
through the litany of what's broken about her family.
Deep rooted. On the outside, we were a perfect family, but magnify Succession 1,000,000 times, and it was my family. If you believe about making deals with the devil, the Hammers are top of the totem pole.
Listen to this. Wait, listen.
Every generation in my family has been involved in dark misdeeds, and it just gets worse and worse and worse. I know my grandfather had a dark side, I saw my father's dark side.
So she goes, I know my grandfather had a dark side. There was there's on the screen, you see that he beat some girl's brains in.
Oh,
She says her father used to beat her mother. Like he got to witness that dark side firsthand.
And I've seen my brother's dark side. It was like a monster unleashed. Now it's Armie.
I don't know what her brother did, Michael Hammer. I don't know what he did, but now she's basically like, and now Armie Hammer. And she's kind of like sitting there going, this is all 1000% true. And by the way, we know a lot of it's true with him because it's text messages that they've obtained, you know?
oh boy.
But supposedly this is like a whole, like shit. They make it seem like this is a whole fucked up family line who have been doing awful things to people for years. And he's just the latest generation of it.
Damn.
Yes,
How do
Robin,
you-
the movie secretary. Yes. Go ahead.
How do you feel about him now, Jay Sabs? Still get it?
Still kind of hot.
Oh, God.
I mean, again, you have to explain, tie them up in a public place so other people could. When I saw that, I go, this never in my wildest dreams could I have come up with something like that. That's crazy.
Yeah, me either.
I mean,
Well, obviously, then I guess he's into cuckold.
it seems like it.
Right. But okay, that's exactly what that is, cuckold. But here's my question.
But his is more. I'm sorry. His is more. Prove your love to me. Do this for me. Go ahead.
That's exactly it. I feel like when you are a cuckold, you are like you're into the embarrassment or you're basically kind of low, nothing. But
Right.
he's doing it from this position of like insane control, which is such a
think the
contradiction.
I think the connotation of cuckold is you're humiliated and it's not like you're cheated on. But I think you could also be like encouraging it. I think it just means your partner is sleeping with someone else. I don't think it could be with your knowledge or without your knowledge. I think that's what that means. So I don't know if it could be like you want him or her to do it, or or you don't, and either way, you're a cuckold.
It didn't dawn on me that like you could be a cuckold from a position of control. Like I demand, like because that's kind of what it sounds like. Like this is how you're going to prove your love to me. I demand you do this.
I honestly don't think that a majority of that is for that. I think some guys just like to watch their wives be banged out.
Do you think it could be chalked up to just? I mean, I don't know what the other side of it is. Like, does the woman who was getting these text messages claim, I did not want any of this. This is weird. What the hell is this? Or was it like kinky, dirty talk with
No,
each
I don't
other?
think
It was not encouraged and it was not wanted.
They did not have a Janine response. That's your question.
That's my question.
David, I did an essay on cuckolds, but I got an F. You should take that as a point of pride, my friend. Good job.
All right. Very
That's the thing to fail for sure.
Yeah.
That failure is a success.
Justice was asking, what's on my shirt? It says, "Call me the boss," and it's
Wow.
Darth Vader.
Dun, 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 dun.
It's a Star Wars shirt.
I didn't think I could hate you anymore, but we just proved that there was another level.
Hey, if Justice didn't ask, you'd never know.
I think that just for you wearing that shirt, you should be tied up in public and be forced to have sex with other people. That's what I think your punishment. You should get the Armie Hammer punishment.
That's a terrible punishment.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah. What's wrong with you, Jay Sabs? How do you find any of this remotely attractive?
You mean the panties your mother laid out for you? What was that? One of the texts?
Oh. What is that? I saw that.
That's from Seinfeld.
Oh, you said the word. You said the word P, the P word. Oh, I know that disgusts me. But him deciding when a person could eat, drink, and arrive doesn't. Now that's really hot. That's really hot.
Oh boy.
Really? Because I told my wife she couldn't get the refrigerator she wanted, and she was very pissed and wound up buying it anyway. So I don't know if that works for everybody. Is it because I don't look like Armie Hammer? Is that what it is?
Probably. Let's be honest.
Yeah, you tell your wife you're not going to arrive tonight, and she just goes, "What else is new?"
His wife and also me.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm 0 for 2 right now in that department. I'm on a rough streak, so let's not talk about it. I don't want to jinx it right now.
Oh.
Steve Martin set to retire. I'm gonna cry over this.
This is bullshit.
So
Now,
he was.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I really like that show on Hulu. I know Frank does too.
I only saw the first half of the first season. I haven't watched it all through. All the way through yet. Yeah, they've only come out with how many? They made a second season, or not
Yeah,
yet.
this is the second season.
I haven't watched any of it.
It's in the middle.
It's okay. I might see it through, but I fell out of it. You know, I just lost
That's what she said.
interest.
That's what he said.
Steve Martin was doing an interview with the Hollywood Reporter, and he said he's going to continue to do the Hulu mystery comedy alongside Selena Gomez and Martin Short, Only Murders in the Building. But he said he is, quote, not going to seek any other acting roles once the series is done. His exact quote was, "When this television show is done, I'm not going to seek others. I'm not going to seek other movies. I don't want to do cameos. This is weirdly it."
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, all right. He might not seek stuff, but he's the kind of guy that I'm sure gets offered a lot of stuff. I'm sure he won't be going out looking, but maybe people will offer him, "Hey, can you doesn't mean he won't be in anything."
If something comes across his desk, that's amazing, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard that he's a huge asshole.
No.
No, stop it.
Seriously. Wait,
Where'd you hear that?
he was in The Jerk, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You heard
Yeah.
what?
I heard he's a huge asshole. Like,
Who'd you hear that from? And
don't worry about it, because I know people who know people who know people.
what did he do that made him an asshole?
No, it's like well known that he's like not a nice guy.
Like to his fans or to people he works with, or
People he works with. Yep.
I
Hmm.
don't know. Maybe I can't see him being anything but nice.
I think about that too sometimes because I've seen lazy pieces of shit. And then you have like the highly motivated people. And I wonder if that's the case of where like Steve Martin is really an asshole, or is it just he's trying to get something done and the people around him who just want to sit there and fucking coast are like, why is this guy being such a dick?
Like taking the job seriously, but it might be seen as being a dick.
Right. Whereas Ellen being an asshole, I buy it. Totally
Yeah, if
buy
you
it.
treat other people like garbage, that's what he did. You know that.
No.
Is that what you're saying he did, or what did they say?
Yeah, he
What'd
wasn't
you hear?
nice. The thing is with Ellen, I'm very surprised.
Really?
I am.
So you're
I
the
am.
exact opposite of me in this particular case.
And I don't like him. Her. Whatever. Her. I don't like her. And I was to me it's surprising.
Oh, Paul, he was great on SNL, but he was great in a lot of movies. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles was amazing. Father of the Bride, he was hilarious.
Mhm.
I love it.
My
My Blue Heaven.
My Blue Heaven, hysterical.
I believe
was-
in over tipping.
Believe in over tipping.
He's the best.
What was it? Little Shop of Horrors cameo. I mean, he's been in a lot of shit, and he was great. The Jerk. So I don't know. He did make a few flops here and there, but who hasn't? But I think he's great. Plus his banjo. He's like insane on the banjo.
And by the way, he didn't say shit about the banjo. I could see him totally keeping that whole thing going, doing the banjo tours.
Yeah, he's like the #1 banjo celebrity.
Yeah. I love him with Martin Short too. I got to I did a thing with Martin Short. He did a thing where I worked, I should say. I don't want to make it sound bigger than it was. But I got to be in an elevator with him, and that was unbelievable.
And you
That
know
was an
what? He
experience.
seems like a nice guy.
He
He
was.
seems
nice.
like a sweetheart.
Genuine, nice, funny guy. His character on the show, that's how I imagine him to be like in real life.
Yeah,
That's- yeah.
he seems like
Yeah.
a real nice, gentle guy. He was on. Did I don't know. I may have mentioned this once. He was on. I think Kathy Lee and whoever she was hosting with at the time. I don't even know if it was the same host as she has now.
Kelly, Ryan, Hoda,
maybe.
Okay.
And she asked him, you've been married for such a long time. How do you keep such a good marriage?" Not knowing that Martin Short's wife passed away like a year ago,
Oh yeah,
it was
said
live.
That. I remember you saying this.
Remember I said, yeah, and it was live, and she asked him this on the air, and he just says, "Oh, we just love each other," and he just answered the question like he didn't want to embarrass her or anything, so he just answered the question, and just and then during the commercial, he explained, they explained to Kathy Lee what happened, and
Holy
she
shit.
came back and was like, "I'm so sorry, but Martin
Aw.
Short is such a gentleman. He was so nice. He didn't make me feel like I screwed up." So yeah.
Damn.
So I could definitely see him being a real nice guy, Martin Short.
All right, I'm gonna miss Steve Martin. The day he dies will be the saddest day of my life for sure. Just putting that out there.
All right.
Facebook is fucked up. They gave the Nebraska Police Department a teen's DMs that the police department is now using to prosecute her for having an abortion.
Is that against their that is fucked up on a million levels. Like that's not against their privacy policy or anything like that, or anybody's privacy policy.
So usually it is, and if you remember, Apple, was it during the bombing, the Boston bombing?
Oh, they wanted to get into the guy's phone or something. They were like, "We can't."
Yeah, and they were like, "Go fuck yourselves. It ain't happening." Facebook is obviously now. I will say this: they went and got a search warrant. I guess you have to get a search warrant for her Facebook messages. So a judge signed off on it, and the authorities got the search warrant, and Facebook cooperated with the search warrant. So I don't know how much of it's Facebook's fault, or I don't know if they're just cowards because Apple told the FBI to go fuck themselves during a national domestic terrorist tragedy.
Right.
Even though, you could tell Apple probably wanted to help. But
that is fucked up. I mean,
it's because they're trying her as an adult along with her mother. They're awaiting trial in a Madison County District Court on charges that they broke a Nebraska law banning abortions after 20 weeks. I mean, this doesn't fucking feel like America. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's unbelievable. What was a freedom, a freedom that was had last year. Now all of a sudden, this year, this woman could be going to jail for how long?
She's fucking a teenager.
Is she kid? How old? What is she? How old is she?
Yeah, I don't know exactly what her age is. She's a teenager though.
That's unbelievable, and she's
17. Thanks.
It's fucking sad. It's not America anymore. This is the first time that a freedom has been taken away. We've been every time we advance in our laws and our constitution and everything, freedoms are added. Freedoms are more accommodating. This is the first time in history that a freedom has been stripped away.
It's weird because throughout all of this, even though I knew it was possible for something like this to happen, I didn't really think it was going to.
Right.
I didn't really think a DA would pursue this, or laws would get on the books so fast, or I thought it would all kind of take time and it would get figured out to a point where it would fizzle and kind of go back to the way it was. I didn't think we'd be here on August 10th talking about a teenager possibly going to jail.
Can you imagine
having an abortion?
Can you imagine she's in jail? What are you in for? Murder, this, that, what are you in for? I got an abortion. It's like, what?
Yeah.
You're in jail for years now because you're taking care of your own body?
Wait, she told police she suffered a miscarriage and they continued to investigate the situation. Like, again,
why are they even investigating? What are they investigating?
That's what I don't understand. Like, if you're a police officer, even though it's the law in your state now, what person on that squad who doesn't have a fucking daughter is not going to go, just leave it alone? Like, just leave it alone.
Yeah, this is a kid who obviously...
I'll tell you who, them religious people.
going
Them
through
religious
stuff.
people.
So
Yep.
what is
Crazy.
like? How does that come across the desk? Like someone says, "Oh, I think." A friend of hers or someone goes, "Oh, I think she this wasn't a miscarriage." What do they call the police on her? Like a neighbor
Mhm.
or someone says, "Oh, she's not pregnant anymore. She must have had an abortion. Let me call the police." And then what? Now the police come over, and it's this whole big thing, and she has to now prove that it was a miscarriage. This is like, this is really like a ridiculous. I don't want to say, like, you know, it's just unbelievable that these rights are just fading away. It's ridiculous.
What's weird is if you remember too, I guess this is where Facebook is.
What?
We're losing you. Nope.
Nope.
Eat up. That's what we got.
It's the government trying to silence me. Back?
You're back.
Okay. What I was going to say was what's weird and what's kind of hypocritical from Facebook in this sense is Facebook came out and said that they were going to protect people like in this situation.
Right.
And then they went and said that they would help pay for employees to go and get an abortion in a state that would allow it. And then at some point, one of the VPs said to the employees, "You guys can't discuss abortions at work." And now they're fucking handing over records so some teenager could sit in a fucking jail cell for I don't know, making a mistake or possibly, let's believe her for a second, having a I mean, it's like,
No,
again, that's why we thought this rule was stupid, because you could just go, "Why? Yeah, I had a miscarriage." And then like, who's going to fucking sit there and go, "Bullshit, we got to pursue this for this girl's got to pay." Like, what person?
Leave it. Just go away.
Religious freaks.
Just let her live, the rest of her life, and leave her alone.
You
She's
know,
a kid.
Janine, you're right. But even the craziest religious, like, you're not going to change the world. The cat's out of the fucking bag already.
I know, but people think that they have the answer, or the one thing that they do is going to change everything. I don't get it.
I'm all for, it's one of those, if you don't believe in getting abortions, then don't get an abortion. But don't put your religious beliefs on someone else. If that's not something you would do, fine. If something happens where you get pregnant and you have to carry the baby and do whatever, that's on you. That's your choice. But it's not like people are, "I am pro-abortion." No, I'm pro-choice, to make that choice on my own. And it's not. It's like, I don't. I'm just.
There's
Right, and
plenty
people
of
make.
people. No,
Go ahead.
I was going to say there's plenty of people who would never get an abortion, but still are pro-choice. Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of people who are like, "I would never get one, but I'm never going to tell you that you shouldn't get one."
Exactly. It's
There's
because
people that would never get one that should have, like Frank's mom and Janine's
Right.
mom.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's one of those, like, it's
Definitely not Armie Hammer's mom though.
reli-
Gonna save a lot
Because-
of grief on that one.
Downloading Armie Hammer pictures
Oh, boy.
right now.
I mean, because
Later.
religion, one religion does not rule this country. We're not the government shouldn't be run by one specific religion. We're a country made up of many religions, and some believe this, some believe that, and you can't make laws based on the beliefs of one religion. It just doesn't. It doesn't work that way. It shouldn't work that way.
Well, there's people who, okay, like Catholics, just because I know that because the Bible said it or whatever, they are just one way and they won't stray away from that. And abortion is included in that. And it's like,
I don't think abortion's mentioned in the Bible.
well, it's I don't know if that's specifically mentioned, but I know that is one thing that Catholics are obviously way against. So
Yeah, it's not abortion specifically, but it's having sex without the intent of procreation. That's in there a couple of
So
times.
I
in
doubt-
several different examples.
forgive me, Father, for I definitely sinned.
So
I
I'm
can see our
sure.
first date with Armie Hammer. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
because it's like don't wasn't it like don't spread your seed on
You're
the
not- The thing is, you're not supposed to have sex unless you're ovulating. That's the
Right.
what
And I'm
they
sure
say.
all these religious people who are enforcing this law, I'm sure they only have sex
Right.
if a child is going to be born.
Right.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Could you imagine Could you imagine what a You know what? Now I can see it. I can see the miserable piece of shit not having sex going. We got to get these people. We got to save these.
We got to
people.
make them as miserable as I am.
Yeah, as I am. Go get fucking laid and leave the rest of us alone.
Ugh.
Right.
Gabby Petito's family. This is interesting. Suing the Utah police for $50 million. Reason why for a wrongful death suit. The reason why I say it's interesting is because I believe they had not one but two lawsuits against Brian. What's his name?
Yep.
Brian
Laundrie.
Laundrie. Thank you. Two lawsuits against Brian Laundrie family, where I think the max they could have sued for, which they did, was only $50,000. And they're doing that obviously for the point of it, which I support wholeheartedly.
Right.
I don't know if they got a case here against the Utah Police Department for $50 million.
I mean, what I don't understand, and maybe I'm just missing something here, is what does the Utah police have to do with her death?
I
think when he was, go ahead.
When they stopped them, the Moab City Police Department didn't immediately respond. When the Moab City Police Department had that stop with them, remember that long tape that we got?
Right.
It comes from that. It centers on that police encounter on August 12th, 2021.
Okay. I got you. Okay. I thought they were, because, I mean, they didn't, usually, like, I imagine a wrongful death suit being like, if a doctor doesn't do the right thing or something happened, like a malpractice or something. I never, but
So,
if you're blaming if they're saying that it contributed to them not doing something contributed to her death, is that what they're saying?
Well, it's kind of a gray area because I don't know if it caused her death per se, but an independent review of that traffic stop that was completed in January found that the officers made several mistakes in handling that case, misclassifying it as more of a mental emotional health break rather than domestic violence, and lacking details in their reports. Their reports lacked details or documentation of any injury Petito suffered, and no one appeared to ask Laundrie about a scratch on Petito's cheek, the independent review found. So, I mean, it kind of does make a little sense there, because if they would have hauled him into jail for that, he may not have killed her.
Right, okay.
The thing is, and someone wrote it, they thought she was the aggressor at first.
In that particular case, which, and I think she might have been in that particular case.
Yeah. She was.
Yeah, but I don't know if that precludes, just because her little scratch is 3 days old doesn't mean that they shouldn't.
You know what it is? It's so hard because cops, I think that, if I'm not mistaken, their number one calls are domestic calls, meaning it's not just like boyfriend girlfriend thing. Fights between like families and neighbors, and that is one of their biggest calls. And
Sure.
I could attest to this because I did go on a ride along.
How many domestic things were you privy to?
I would say it was at least 5 or 6.
And I like how the one time she got arrested, she called it a ride along.
Right.
Yeah, would you just sit in the back?
Just sit in the back there. You're good.
I can't open the window. Oh, sorry. Sorry, the windows don't move. Sorry.
Like the first call was a brother and sister fighting over something about the mom's house. So of course we got called there. And then another one was teenage daughters fighting with their mom, and the dad called the cops on them.
Jeez.
Wow.
Yeah. And the cop had to like separate them and talk to them. And he even said, he's like, you could chime in here if you want to about the because he had to talk to the teenage girl. And I was like, okay.
Okay,
They
see,
let-
that seems
wait a
like
minute.
that seems like malpractice.
Yeah, that
seems
doesn't
like
seem
mis-
right.
Yeah.
You are not a cop, and you should not have
Officer-
been involved.
Officer Smith, did you let
I-
a ride along interfere?
No. So it was, and then there was I know there was definitely 3 others. I just can't remember what they were. But he actually told me, he's like, we get these calls all the time. They're called domestic calls, and it's basically just people fighting with each other. So I could see it's very hard to determine.
Jack me off for the win.
What did he say? Bad boys, bad boys. What you gonna do when
No, this
JSAP's
one.
coming for you?
Defund JSAPs.
So
yeah,
it's hard to determine unless, even if you're trained in domestic violence cases, if someone's gonna kill someone or not.
so on the ride along, did anybody get taken in, or was it all settled on site?
No one got taken in.
Well, I was gonna say that's kind of JSAP's point, right? Where I bet you the cops just probably do this
Diffuse
100
it.
times a day, and they just sit there, right? Diffuse it, just sit there and listen, and
Okay, so this
try
is
and
what
make
you're gonna
everybody go
do.
there. Yeah, separate
Yeah.
and calm down. And I bet you, here's the other thing too. I bet you how many times out of those domestic disputes that the fucking person who called the cops is like, no, don't arrest that person. Like, on the other person.
Yep.
Because I know I've
Yep.
heard that from a cop friend where they're like, how many times like a woman will call the cops on a guy and then take a swing at the cop when they're trying to fucking,
Yep.
or it looks like they're going to haul the guy away, then their lives are in danger because the woman's now like, don't take him away.
Well, unfortunately, I worked with a girl who she used to get beat up by her boyfriend. And I was scared, honestly, that this guy was going to kill her. I really had this. Yes, I had this fear. And one day she came in like with black eye, and another time a scratch on her head. And she would tell me like that they would fight and stuff. And I'd be like, so did he do this? And then one time she was like, well, I'm not going to lie to you anymore. She's like, although I think you already know. I was like, yeah. And their last fight, they finally broke up, but her last fight with him, he went to hit her, and she was not a small girl. And she went like this with his hand, and she broke his hand. And I
Good.
was like, good.
Fuck him.
And
Wow.
she
What a
called
piece
the
of shit.
cops, and they came, and she was like, arrest him. I want an order of protection. And thankfully she got away from that.
Good for her. I think it's an interesting choice of words that you said they fought. You think that was her covering up for the fact that he used to just hit her?
Yeah.
Because it makes it seem like it's her fault just as much as it is his fault. Do you think she really hit him, or do you think it was just he was hitting her?
I think that he just hit her. But that last time she was like, you're not going to do this.
Fucking first time should be the last time if anybody's in that situation.
There should be
for Christ's
no
sake.
time.
No, but I really thought, I was like, in fact, one time she said she was going away for the weekend, and the girl from work tried to text her and she didn't answer. And I was like, oh my God, is she dead? Like,
That's scary.
it's very scary. So I was like, well, we need to go to her house. So on lunch, I took the other girl and we drove to her house. And like from afar, we watched them walk out of her house. So I was like, okay, she's not dead. We can leave now. But it was just like, you don't know.
Can I say something that's selfish?
Go ahead.
As you're telling this story, you judge me if you want. Fuck you. But I'm just thinking to myself,
A preemptive fuck you.
I would be miserable. I would be mad. I would obviously feel for her, but I would be mad to be put in that situation.
If you were what? What do you mean?
To be Janine, because it's kind of like now you're fucking involved. Because what if he did kill her, or what if he did seriously hurt her? I'm sure you're trying to be like, hey, is it your place to say get help?
Yes.
I would feel compelled to say get help. But
I'd
now
be like,
I feel like
I'm going to his house right now. have
But
no
that's the
problem.
thing. I don't want to fucking be involved in your bullshit just because we fucking work together. And that would piss me off a little bit.
Well,
It wasn't just me though. Sorry. I was running around 4 kids today in the hot sun.
How
2
many
of them
times did my
being-
kid grab his dick in front of you today? You have
Only
to
like
think
3.
about it. Oh, that's an improvement.
God.
That's an improvement. Our kids had a beach day today again.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
For some reason, your son thinks one of my kids is hysterical, and he laughs at everything she does.
Oh, really?
And I'm like, you can't laugh at her.
They're the future of this
she's gonna like it.
podcast.
Oh God.
Mm.
One day it's going to be the two of them.
Which one of your daughters do you think my son's going to bang first?
Relia. Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Anthony doesn't even know which one that is.
Nope.
Neither does Frank. He's like,
No, I
what's
don't
your
either.
name again?
By the way, the correct answer is both at the same time, but I'll take
Oh, boy.
whatever the hell it was you said.
It's messed up.
Yeah.
Is Bird all right? I see a lot of stuff going on in the chat. Bird got some kind of shot in her leg, and now it's like she's having a reaction.
Uh-oh.
Everybody's talking about it in the chat.
Oh, I didn't see this.
Bird, I hope you're all right.
Bird, I'd like an update. I'd like to know.
Yes.
Bird, bird, bird. Bird's the word.
Bird is the word.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, Gabby Petito, they're suing. Okay.
Yeah, that's
Wrongful
it.
death. When is that? That's just announced today or
Yeah,
yesterday?
they just filed it, so all that
Right.
stuff is still to come. All right, you had a problem with this topic, and I think this is important. I'm driving today.
Oh
I
God.
looked up. You ever have that moment where the sun is behind the clouds,
Yes, and it looks round.
And you can
And
see
it
it
is-
perfectly shaped. Yeah.
perfectly round?
Yeah.
Doesn't that weird you out a little bit?
No.
Okay, you
It's
don't think a
supposed-
fireball hurling itself through space can't be like? It's isn't it a little weird that it's
Why wouldn't it? Why would it have a
perfectly
shape?
symmetrically round?
No, there's no. The gravity is keeping it round. I mean, it's all gases. It's not even fire.
This was
If-
way too smart for me.
If you look at the sun, it's not a fireball technically. It's gas. It's different gases having reactions to each other that's causing the heat. It's not just something lit on fire. It's just a ball of gas that is reacting and making the heat. So this ball of gas is just it's the gravity keeping it round. It's like if you were in space. If you look at astronauts when they're in like the space station or whatever, and they have a droplet of water, the water wiggles for a second, then it becomes perfectly round because there's
Does it?
no other forces except itself, its own gravity.
That weirds me out just as much.
Well,
Isn't it?
what shape do you think it would be?
I don't know. A perfect shape, doesn't that feel a little odd or uncomfortable to you?
Well, it might not be as perfect. We're looking at it from millions of miles away. If you were to take the Earth, and this I heard this, I was watching a thing with Neil deGrasse Tyson. He was talking about the Earth. If you shrunk it, if you took the Earth, it has all its imperfections, canyons and mountains and everything. But if you shrunk it down to the size of a marble and held it in your hand, it would be the smoothest thing. It would feel and look perfectly round and smooth.
What she said.
That's how huge the Earth is and
Isn't
how
that weird?
insignificant the hills and valleys are.
Yeah, I don't know. Janine, am I alone on this? Don't you find that to be odd?
1,000%.
That's gravity just pulling everything in.
I'm
If-
just trying to speed this up.
If gravity,
Yes, I agree with both of you.
if the sun was square or a cube, that would be weird because that would mean there's different levels of gravity on the sun that just is pulling weird different.
Okay, why is
Directions.
gravity perfectly round?
Gravity
Answer that.
pulls the same amount of force into one spot. So
Right, but it's also spinning because the Earth is not technically perfectly round.
it's not, but it's also solid.
Thank you.
It's also
Thank you.
solid. The sun is gas.
My argument's
So-
solid.
Okay.
Yours is guess.
You're a guess.
All right, last topic. I can't.
Frankie deGrasse Tyson jacked me off.
It's fucking funny. I like Frankie deGrasse Tyson. Frank, you need to fucking develop this character. It's Neil deGrasse Tyson, but it's you from Brooklyn. Like, let me fucking explain to you, okay?
Oh,
yeah.
I'm talking here. You got
Fucking
the
thing is
fucking
round.
the ball of gas. It's all a big ball of gas.
That's a
folks, and
character
there's
you need to
gravity.
develop. Yeah, there's a lot of you could do a lot with that. There's a
I
lot
could.
of
Frankie
legs
DeGrasse
there.
Tyson.
All right, so because I'm a big time Hampton celebrity,
Uh-huh.
I've befriended a lot of famous and powerful people. Frank, you know this.
Sure.
I know this. So I'm close with this restaurateur, and today I get a message from Jay Sabs.
I knew this.
Asking me, she goes like this. I swear to you. Oh, wait, I'm going to read it. She asked me about one particular establishment and what their like party situation is. And I go, what is this for? Is this for the Star Legacy Foundation? Or, the thing she does a lot of work for, right?
Uh-huh.
She responds, it's for my birthday.
So you're planning a birthday party for yourself. Okay.
So you missed it. I go, didn't you just go away to the Bahamas for like 9 days?
I went to Aruba, you fuck. How many times do I have to say it?
Whatever. Yeah, your birthday passed already.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's
she
my
goes
thing.
to Aruba for 9 fucking days.
9 days. I went there for 5 nights.
Okay, and then
6 days.
she's going, boy, I wonder if I can, because now I'm thinking, if this is for Star Legacy, I'll put a fucking word in with the guy, maybe, whatever. No, for my birthday, after a fucking 2-week vacation in the Bahamas.
Okay, check
she's
your phone.
basking in the Barbados sun, and now she wants to fucking have her own birthday. It's not birthday month for you.
First of all, it's a big birthday. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that when it's a milestone birthday.
And more so because I did not remember my 30th birthday.
So it was good then.
I'm not kidding you. I honestly don't remember. I have no clue if you guys were there. I do not know.
I don't know if I was there either.
I have no idea.
I have evidence of this. Can I show it?
Good. This is why I need
What are we showing?
This is why I need a 40th birthday get together. Nothing big. Just a few friends out for drinks. Go ahead. Show it.
What is this? Is this your 30th?
This is my 30th.
This is why you don't remember it.
This is Manhattan.
Yeah, I don't think we were there.
Look at my feet. I have no shoes on in Manhattan.
Oh
my God! You are barefoot on the Manhattan street.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but that's throw up on your husband's shirt. And on the ground in front of you.
No, actually.
Or is that just New York slime?
That's just New York slime because I did not throw up till I got home. At least that's what I was told. Okay. It was like a day like yesterday, and we were at a Manhattan rooftop where I invited a pretty decent amount of people.
By the way, did you go to that Burger King?
No. Everybody that I invited showed up. Everybody.
Well, I don't think we were invited. Were we invited?
I mean,
I don't recall
I didn't
being
invite
invited.
everybody.
I invited everybody. And everybody was there.
Honestly,
my goodness.
I do not remember if you guys were there. I do not.
I don't remember going to a rooftop thing for your birthday.
It's 10 years ago, Frank, and you're getting older. Well, let me just tell you something. I definitely had food poisoning because that was a Saturday night. I couldn't even go back into work Monday. That's how bad.
Is it food poisoning or is it alcohol poisoning?
It was definitely Jack Daniel's poisoning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, did you say fucking food poisoning?
No, I said alcohol poisoning.
Oh, technically alcohol is a food, so I'll let that slide.
Right.
Is that right? Yeah, you look like you had a good time.
All right, so Janine, for those who are just listening, Janine is leaning up against the car with New York sludge / her own vomit on the floor, barefoot. Her husband's got wet marks on his shirt, and he's kind of giving her the back pat as her head is up against the window.
Who's taking this picture?
Yeah. Probably Frank. He doesn't even
Probably
Probably
Frank. No, my friend
Yeah.
Frankie, I think.
Oh,
There's
some
a-
other. There's
wait a-
another. There's a second Frank, which
Now
I'm
there-
against, by the way.
There's an hysterical video.
Wait a
out
second.
there.
Wait a second. You mean Better Frank took this photo? I love
Yeah.
that guy. So good.
There should be a law. There shouldn't be more than one Frank in a group of friends.
I don't know how I took off my shoes. I still have those shoes, by the way. You can't see them because I took them off. I don't know how I took the shoes off, and I walked from the place to here with no shoes on. But there is a
That's
good video
gross.
of me trying to walk, and I look like, you know, when like a baby starts to like learn how to walk.
Can we get a hold of this video somehow?
It is I'm like so wobbly. I can't even tell you that. It is really funny. Oh, life.
Yep, we got to see this video.
I
So-
have Cuddles, by the way, analyzing social media footage to see if we were there or not. We'll get down to the bottom of this right quick.
Now, how
Wait a
many
minute. I
hookworms
think-
were in your feet that
Hold on a
night?
minute. I actually,
Wait, can I,
I
just
think I
say,
remember Steve's outfit, actually, if I remember correctly. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
as you're looking for that, no? Yeah, I don't think we were invited to her 30th birthday party.
No,
Yeah, I think-
you
I think we
remember
got the
it's
shaft.
10 years ago, so you got to go way back.
I think we got the shaft on this one.
Yeah, I don't think we were invited. And she's like, everybody was there and invited. Meanwhile, forget about
Wait,
it.
hold on a minute.
No way. And was that your car, or was that just some random person's car?
Oh, fucking Frankie C was there. Holy shit! Look,
Oh, good.
can you believe? I only knew it was him because how pale
Hey.
he was.
There he is. Is that? Are you sure that's your party?
That's yep.
All right, now how do we know? I need to see you next to him in the same outfit, or else you could just be showing any random photo of Frank. That doesn't
No,
count.
that was it's. I have an album called My 30th Birthday
Okay.
because I
That
don't remember it.
That good-looking son of a bee was there. Is there another shot of me? Oh God, I have to approve this if you're laughing.
Hold on a second. Wow, that's an embarrassing photo.
That's a great photo. Yeah,
Well,
we
Frank
were-
was there, so I think we were there. If
No,
she
that's
has an
not
album
it.
on her Facebook, check and see if we were there. Yeah, we're gonna
Let's see.
investigate this shit.
All right, proven wrong. We were there. I don't remember you. I don't remember this though.
Probably because, I was.
Oh, Janie had JSAB's COVID, the worst out of all the COVID variants.
Oh, that's not good.
No.
Glad to see
No.
you're all right though.
Be careful, Janie, because you might have a birthday party and not invite your closest friends. That's one of the symptoms.
This is so funny.
Hey, apparently I was there. I don't know what to tell you. Up.
Well, this looks like a good one.
There's drunk face J Sabs pointing at the exit sign.
What are you pointing at?
Oh God. I have no clue.
Any word on Bird? Bird, give us an update. How you doing? What's with the needle in your leg?
Bert has a good question. Is that the car from the previous crime scene? How many people did you hit and run with that car, JSABs?
Oh my God. That was actually my brother's car. So, trying to find.
I remember this. That was parked right outside of the AT&T building.
What
right.
kind of joke?
Bird survived. She's okay.
Oh God.
Okay,
Wait a
let me
minute.
wrap this up for everybody in a little
ahead.
bow as you're looking for more embarrassing pictures. And that we weren't there. We weren't invited. Frank
Oh,
got
you see-
invited and not us.
You see what happened is you
This is
were probably
controversial.
invited, but you didn't want to make the trip all the way into the city.
Yeah, that's probably it. I don't blame you.
It's like for you, if you drove into Manhattan, it'd probably take you 2 hours to get there,
An hour and a half.
hour and a half, and then an hour and a half back. You weren't
That's
making
far
that
too
trip.
much for her. Yeah, that's a lot too much effort. Well, it was only recently that Janine started celebrating birthdays locally. Because up until like 3 years ago, she was like, "Let's go to the fucking city." Like, get the fuck out of here!
Oh, what do we got here?
My birthday. Let's go to the city. You're sleeping in the fucking club.
That's you're on your way out. This is probably 2 minutes
Yeah.
before the one outside.
Yeah. Oh God.
Okay, here's what I'm failing to see. why you getting fucked up on your 30th birthday is any sort of justification for throwing yourself a 40th birthday party after you just had a fucking trip celebrating your birthday.
I'm not throwing myself any kind of party. It's just a gathering of people.
Do we have to bring gifts? Are we bringing gifts to this thing?
That's a party.
We're gonna have to.
That.
We're gonna have to bring a gift or a card at least or something.
I'm not bringing a card.
You're gonna have to.
Oh,
wait.
No.
There's a good picture that. Oh, thank you, Paige. See, she said she'll come and party with me and other people, and
I never said I wasn't going.
You're all invited.
I'm not going. And I got to tell you something. I'm one step closer to banning Paige.
There's a good picture, and we didn't realize it until way after.
Oh boy.
Somebody took a picture of me, and in the background you see someone else throwing up in a garbage can from my party.
Oh, someone we know?
Yep.
Who was? Oh, don't tell us who it was.
No, I want to know.
That's pretty funny.
Can we say who it was?
I don't think you'll know them. You'll know them if you see them by face, but
it's not someone in the text in our friend chat.
No.
Yeah, then I don't care.
But
I'm against this because here's what's gonna happen, Frank. We're gonna go to this stupid fucking thing, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We have to pretend like we're having a good time.
That's what you do at every stupid thing.
Basically. And then here's what's gonna happen. Then she's gonna go, next week we were thinking about going to Great Adventure for my birthday. If you guys want to fucking, and it's never going to end.
I'd go to Great Adventure. Let's do Great Adventure instead.
I'll go to Great Adventure as long as we agree it's not for her birthday.
We don't have to say it's for her birthday. That's fine.
I better not find out it's a covert birthday, a Great Adventure party, because I will not be happy.
We could just do a trip. No. Let's do a podcast trip to Great Adventure.
The thing is, I don't get on roller coasters, so I guess I would just have to hold your guys'
Me neither.
stuff.
Anthony, we'll watch you go on roller coasters.
Why don't you go on roller coasters?
I want to. I just get very nauseous very quickly.
Okay, because I was saying, I understand Janine's reason for not going because she makes friends on vacation. That's her little thrill ride.
Right.
But Frank, you got the motion sickness thing. That makes sense.
I would love to be able to go. I want to be able to go on roller coasters, but if I stood up and spun around twice, I'd be out of commission for like 20 minutes.
So I'm guessing you just do missionary and that's it. And it's 5 pumps and you're done.
You don't want to know what goes on, all right?
All right. Are you for real though? Are you really planning something? Like, do you think that the friend? Okay, this is what I want to know.
Oh God.
When yeah, I'm in a lot of trouble. I want to know when you thought, you know what? I feel bad that our friends missed out on celebrating me.
That's really fucked up.
That's not what you thought.
No.
So this has nothing to do with the birthday. You just want to get together. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
No, because I missed my 30th, so.
No, you didn't miss your 30th. There's evidence that you were there.
You just weren't conscious for it.
I just don't remember it. Any part of it. See, I didn't even know that Frank was there.
Hey, I didn't even know I was there. I was perfectly sober.
Frank,
allegedly.
Do you don't remember?
I'm sure she remembers. I'm sure she does.
Paige, odds Anthony has already told Cuddles he is planning the friend's Christmas party, so it is at a good restaurant this year.
Oh.
There's no way you're planning anything.
Confirmed.
You're not planning a thing.
I really
When's the last friend thing you planned?
Okay, last year for the Christmas party, I had a private room set up at an exclusive Hamptons restaurant, and Michael Bublé was going to come in and sing, and nobody wanted me to fucking do it, so I just told him forget it.
It's a good thing that I hate him.
See?
You hate Michael Bublé?
That would have been awkward.
If he was invited to your party, you wouldn't like that?
I don't like him.
Yeah, man.
All right, this is okay, Roz. This is a crazy take. I thought I was antisocial, but damn, J Sabs is your homegirl. Go to her party.
Boom.
Listen,
get banned.
Good point, Roz.
J Sabs' roommate is my homeboy, and I'm looking out for him, who shelled out God knows what to throw this selfish, self-righteous person
Starbucks loving
trip of a lifetime. He was sick as a dog, and he sat there and got her a coffee at Starbucks. And now he's got to come home after all that sacrifice and listen to her plan a party that guess who's going to pay for? My man, once again. I'm looking out for him.
Oh no. He's not. We're not paying for anything.
Are we all separate checks?
Yep.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Are we going to get nachos for the table?
Oh,
Nachos.
nachos for the table would be nice.
Lit-
We gotta go.
Okay.
Tell us we're going to a place with nachos for the table, and I'm in. That's a guaranteed. I'm
Somebody
showing
wrote,
up.
"The best is yet to come," which is pretty funny. Who wrote that? Paul.
No, it's not. Death is coming soon. You're
Oh God.
you're getting old and going to die soon.
Oh, it's nice.
Checks. I gotta go. That Hulu show is calling my name.
All right.
Yeah, we gotta go watch Armie Hammer.
Yeah, exactly. I got pictures ready to go.
Oh,
My
boy.
husband.
Promise me, though, that you're not seriously planning this because I really would not want to come up with an excuse to not have to go.
Oh my God. Then don't come. Your wife.
You're
is
really
going.
planning this.
I can't.
I just wanted to. I'll go, but I just want it to be clear: is it a party for you, or is it just us hanging out? Because
No.
if it's a party for you, I gotta know: am I bringing a gift? Are we? Do I have to bring? What you know? What's the point of the party?
It's a party for
It's celebrating 40 years of Janine's life. Because
Okay.
You're worse than me trying to get everybody to go to Incubus because I felt like it.
aw,
Yeah.
I still can't believe. Aw. Look, everyone's like, exactly. You only live once. Steal a salad, like when you were young.
Steal a salad.
Literally 20 years ago.
I forgot about that. Now I can't have you at my friend's establishment. You'd fucking be stealing salads.
Jack me off. Good idea. Not just for the table. We need a
Oh,
shirt.
goodbye.
We need a shirt. It says nachos for the table with a little
Yeah.
bowl of nachos underneath.
And this motion?
And I don't know how. I guess it's just this with like a couple of sweeping gesture. Like a blurred hand going like this.
Somebody said to me, what was the vacation shirt? Oh, you should make a shirt that says "Let's be vacation friends." I don't know if that's a shirt.
That's not bad.
Yeah. By the way, the shirt I'm wearing, I'm here for cuddles. You can get in the merch store right now. Link in the description below.
Yeah, you can't get this one in the merch store. This is
No,
a Star
that's
Wars shirt.
embarrassing. That's an embarrassing shirt.
The one I wore on the last show, you can get in the merch store.
Honestly, I think you should do a whole series on TikTok or Instagram. I don't know if you have either one of those. You could put it on the shows where it's Frank deGrasse Tyson explains to you the Earth, or science explained by Brooklyn's own Frankie deGrasse Tyson. I think that's a fucking series.
Oh, you got the moon who's just controlling the tides somehow.
Yeah,
And I could
get a fucking Yankee hat, fucking an undershirt.
millions of years ago.
Yeah.
That's my Neil deGrasse Tyson impression.
Yeah,
The Earth was, in one little ball, and the Big Bang happened.
that's not bad. That's pretty good.
Thank you.
That's pretty good. I'm excited to see what you do with Frank. And then maybe you yell at your mom, like you yell at your mom throughout the thing.
Why am I yelling? Oh, the meatloaf.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, I think you gotta fucking. Oh, here we go. Another shirt, Frankie deGrasse Tyson. Maybe.
We got a lot of shirts to make.
Yeah,
I don't
maybe.
know. So, Frankie, what does your shirt say? You missed it, Justice. I said what it says before. It says, "Call me boss,"
Jesus.
and underneath is a picture of Darth Vader. Call me the boss. It's a Star Wars shirt.
Paul called it out. J Sabs wants Mr. Big lap dancing at Scores for her birthday. She does.
I'm sure he's not busy right now.
Yeah. Well, he's looking for the work. We could probably get him.
Yeah. It's not
We could
bad.
definitely get him to do a cameo for cheap. I bet. That's for sure.
So I don't know. You got to go. If it's thrown, if you're the only one not there, it's gonna be weird
I'll be so mad. I'll go, but I'll be so mad.
that you were dragged to this thing.
Yeah, because I feel like you do trip or party. You can't do both.
Well, if you want to see your friends, you're entitled to see your friends for your birthday.
Who wants
Nothing
to
to
see
do,
their
has
friends?
nothing to do with you. The trip has nothing to do with you. It's their business.
My wife just said we don't have friends anymore because you're a dick.
That sounds like her.
Yeah.
Sounds like something she'd say.
It does. That doesn't sound like something I made up, right? Mm-hmm.
Was I okay to do a Neil deGrasse Tyson shirt impression? Was that a good one?
Yeah, I thought it was really. That's exactly
Alright.
how he talks. I fucking love listening. He's another one that I could. Because
I can listen to him all day.
Those prolonged pauses.
Yeah.
And weird reflections.
I like when he get because everything he talks about, he's so into it. He's so passionate about it that you could see him like getting all giddy the way he talks about everything. It's great.
Yeah. Someone invite Armie Hammer to JSAB's party. We'll get on that. I told you. Did I tell you my Neil deGrasse Tyson story?
Here we go.
2 years he played in the softball celebrity softball game that I was in for 2 years, and then the second year, Aunt and Liz came, and Liz was like losing her shit, and she's like, "Oh my god, that's Neil deGrasse Tyson." I'm like, "Who is that? I don't know who the fuck that is."
Are you kidding me? You didn't know who that was 2 years ago?
He wasn't that big then. He really wasn't.
Yeah,
that
he
big.
was.
No, this wasn't 2 years ago. 2 years in a row he came.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This was kind of like really just before he broke huge.
Okay.
And but he was already kind of big. People like she knew who he was. I had no idea who the fuck he was. No clue. And he was just standing there, just like fucking there, nice as hell.
Did she go up to him?
I don't think so. Did Liz go up to Neil deGrasse Tyson? No.
It's a missed up. I'd love to meet him.
Yeah. And that's I kicked myself. That would have been great conversations. I think I may have even passed on him for an interview too.
Oh, you're an ass. You're an ass. He does all sorts of podcasts and stuff. I wonder if we can get him.
I probably could get him through them. Probably could still reach out.
That'd be great if we could talk to him. That'd be such a cool show. Not like this bullshit we're doing.
I would love to have Neil deGrasse Tyson talk to Frank deGrasse Tyson. That would be a dream come true.
Oh,
yeah, that would be something else there, Frankie C.
That would be good.
All right, that's it for me. You got anything else?
I'm good. I'm good on my end. Remember, get that jump start. Become a member of the Anthony on Air podcast. It's always good stuff.
You psyched me out. I thought for once you actually had something to say, but I guess this is what you're saying.
Well, I have nothing to say.
All right.
This is what I'm saying. I'm saying become a member. There's 3 levels. 3 levels to choose from. We do special videos, members only stuff. You get special icons that you can throw in the chat at whatever. You get to suggest topics that we talk about. We only listen to the people who are members when it comes to topics we want to talk about.
Come on the show sometimes, like Bird just did. That was the first time I got to do that.
Yeah. So she's a member, and she was able to come on the show. So that's cool stuff. Every now and then we bring a member on the show. And there's a lot of special perks. Check them out.
Maybe you'll get the Frank deGrasse Tyson videos first. Who knows?
It's a possibility. If that happens, we'll see.
Yeah. I'm scared. I don't think Frank's going to do it, but I think eventually he'll develop that character. It'll be fun.
I might.
All right, that's it for us. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Have a good one.
Show me potato salad.
Maybe we should go now.
Go ahead.